brighten up those already bright mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lekter. Mornings at the Cabin.
Mornings at the Cabin. All right. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lekter with you on your Wednesday morning. Good morning. It's beautiful out. It's +5. There's a tiny nip in the air, but no clouds that I can see. Beautiful blue skies. I don't know what happened there. But it looks like a beautiful morning. So good morning, gentlemen. I've called you in here today to talk about
the start of
your
the
Lord
World Cup
and
of
Savior,
cricket, right?
Cthulhu.
What? No. Not the start of the World Cup of cricket?
Is that today?
No.
God, I put a reminder in my
It was
phone.
like 5 days ago.
Oh, I put a reminder in my phone.
They're still playing the first game.
The World Cup of cricket lasting all of 17 months.
So it still applies.
It's every 10 years because it's too long. That's are your teams cricketing well?
They appear to be cricketing.
When cricket's become the number one protein source on the planet, it's coming 10 years from now, at least, maybe less.
Well, yeah, the leather ball.
Are they going
really
to leather
nice
ball? Good. Are they going to change the name of the sport? Do you think?
No, cricket got there before cricket.
Nah, fair. I don't think so. Crickets go back quite a ways.
Yeah,
Why is it called cricket?
because that's its name. Why is it called hockey?
For goodness'
Is there a
sake.
lot of chirping in cricket?
A lot. Genuinely a huge amount. It's called sledging in cricket. And you have the fielders, particularly the ones close to the batsman, really go for it. And there are some great stories that I will not be able to fit into the remaining 20 seconds of this.
I don't know why that tickled me
like
so
that
much.
one, eh?
Chirping in cricket. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
Wheeler and Lekter with you on your Wednesday morning. Ollie is working hard on the news. We'll have that coming up for you in just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Apparently there's a lot of it.
Apparently, yeah, he said there was a buttload.
Yeah.
I've never heard him say buttload before.
But when the shoe fits.
You put it in your butt.
Yeah.
But it is wonderful posh accent. Buttload. Like, that's wonderful stuff.
I don't want to hear him say that slogan again, when the shoe fits. You put it in your butt.
You put it in your butt. You saw a movie last night. Now,
I did.
This is an ongoing thing with you and I because you have a list of movies on your fridge. And the last time I was at your house, I checked the list and I was like, how have you not seen some? I mean, people have lives. I get
know.
it.
Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched that one.
You know what? I'm going to let you in on a little secret.
No good?
The worst movie I've ever seen. I've never seen it start to finish.
No, really?
No, I've seen it like the film nerd in me obviously was just like, I gotta watch this, and I just kept on starting it, and things kept on getting in the way. And sometimes one of those things that got in the way was like, I just don't want to watch this right now. You gotta be in the mood for some things.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So the
You mean
ongoing
Citizen Kane's not just a fun romp through whatever that movie's about? I have no idea.
Well, you've got Bobo on your arm.
I do.
That episode of The Simpsons is a parody of Citizen Kane.
I don't even know my own tattoos.
No,
don't
you
even
don't.
know my own body.
That's right. You don't know your own body, and that's okay. Lekter,
I'm still learning.
yeah, you're still learning. You're growing. It's fine.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to that then, because,
Yeah.
I mean, one of the joys of my life has been learning about all the things that The Simpsons parodied that I thought they just did originally.
Welcome to another episode of Lekter Knows His Body. No, so that Bobo was Burns' representation of his childhood. In Citizen Kane, Rosebud was Citizen Kane's representation of his childhood. So that was his sled.
Right.
And it's the thing the movie starts with like a close up of his mouth and then Rosebud.
Oh.
Rosebud.
Boo, boo.
Boo boo. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
There you go.
I got you.
I can teach you these things because I've seen a lot of these movies and I can understand these references.
Yes.
So I will teach you.
Okay.
But you went and saw Aladdin last night. So not only is it rare that you saw a movie.
Yeah.
You went to the movie theater.
Now, beyond that,
What happened?
I crashed a daddy-daughter date.
What? What happened?
Well, I think it was originally supposed to be just Nicole and her dad John
Oh, okay.
who were going to see it because it's kind of to bring back to the childhood kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
I'm sure they went to see Aladdin when Nicole was very young and it was in the theaters.
I made my Guardians because it came out when I was 10.
Yeah,
Take me 6 times.
6 times.
My dad, the trooper that he was, took me at least 4 times. While we were on,
like that.
While we were on vacation,
That's it.
We stopped in Kingston. I made my sister take me. And then we were in Florida. We saw it twice in Florida. We saw it in how long it had been out since it came out. We saw it in an empty theater at Disney World. So anyway, continue your story.
I like the thought that after 4, your dad was like, "You got to learn to sneak in now."
He loved
this
it.
Is a rite of passage.
But that's the thing. He loved it because he loved Robin Williams so much.
Right.
Yeah. So go ahead. Sorry.
So yeah, I think it was originally supposed to be them.
You ruined their date.
So I ruined their date. Just tagging along. But it was really good. Like we talked about it before. It got a lot of kind of negative press and reviews like coming in as it was being released. I heard from a few people who went to see it after that they really enjoyed it. So, I was going in as you pretty much should with all movies, it seems, and just went in with 0 expectations. And I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. I mean, I think it's what you are going to come to expect with these live action Disney movies now. Like if you saw The Beauty and the Beast.
No.
No, really?
No.
Oh, you should. It's
no,
really
I
good.
won't.
You should.
I don't.
Why not?
Want to.
Come on.
Emma Thompson.
It's great.
Emma Watson.
That's the one.
Emma Thompson.
Yeah.
I have a huge crush on Emma Thompson.
I don't even know who that is.
Lekter, you have to stop. She's only one of the most decorated, one of the best actors of all time. She is.
Really?
Yeah. Emma Thompson?
I'll look her up.
Oh my god. But I don't know. No, I never warmed to Beauty and the Beast either. I've only ever seen the cartoon twice, and I never really warmed to it because I don't like Belle as a character, and I don't like the whole
you don't
Stockholm
like well-read
thing.
women, educated women, not your thing.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. I find them intimidating. Hello, Pin.
So then you won't like Aladdin because Jasmine is great.
This is what I don't like. Great women.
Yeah.
Oh. No, I know. I just never warmed to Beauty and the Beast, and I never did see the live action one. I do want to see the live action Aladdin, but
that's interesting. Like Beauty and the Beast, I would say is in my at least top 5 Disney movies of all time. Mostly because of Gaston. He's just such a great character.
Yeah, no, Gaston's pretty great.
Yeah, but anyway, that movie was like spectacular visually and effects wise. The Be Our Guest scene, like just stands out as such a a spectacle. Really, that was what it was, and that was kind of what I was expecting from this, and it did not disappoint in that way. Visually, fantastic. The scene with the escape from the Cave of Wonders looked amazing. Magic carpet looked like so good. Like, when two people flying around on a magic carpet, you could easily see that special effects wise looking really cheesy. It looked great.
Well, I mean, it had to be one of the things that they focused on really hard, right?
Yeah.
Because when you watch some of these spectacle movies, you don't really have an idea of how many people work on these things and how long they take, like how long rendering takes. It can take months. And if like a production comes back to you and like, we release in 6 weeks, you've got 5 weeks to render this. And they're like, well, that could take 6 months. It's like, you have 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's why even something like as huge as say like Black Panther or some of these Marvel movies, you have moments where you're like, that looked ganky. That didn't look good.
Right.
Right. So, I mean, but for that movie, they were like, there's a couple things we have to get right here.
Yeah.
We have to get the magic carpet right, and we have to get the genie very, very right.
Yeah.
Other things like, you try to get them all done, but because it takes so much time and delays and things like that, sometimes things don't get done. But I could easily see the magic carpet having like floating body syndrome or whatever.
Yeah, but no, carpet looked fantastic. They did a great job there.
Did it match the...
No.
Terrible. That's a terrible joke. Let's edit that out later.
Edit that out of the podcast. That's filthy. I will say I felt like it started out a little bit slow, despite the fact that it seemed like they were moving really fast through the story at the start. But once I was kind of like, I'm not quite sure how this is going to go. But once Will Smith showed up,
is he good? Is he good?
He was fantastic.
I mean, he's charming as all get.
I mean,
right?
it was classic Will Smith. Like,
right
really, he's just one of those, what I was saying to Nicole after the movie, like, he's just one of those natural entertainers.
Oh, he is, absolutely.
Yeah.
Has been for decades.
Yeah.
Like, we've been watching Will Smith since 1989.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we've been watching him 30 years.
Yeah.
He doesn't appear to have aged much.
No.
And he's been doing the same stuff for 30 years.
Yeah.
And people love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Like, I think he's great.
Yeah. And I mean, we talked about, obviously that being a challenge, trying to make the genie, like, kind of like remake Genie, the character, because obviously Robin Williams Genie was a caricature of Robin Williams and
absolutely.
his stand-up comedy style,
Absolutely.
essentially. So that was going to be Will Smith's challenge, was to basically make this Genie version a caricature of him, and I think he nailed it. I don't think he could have done any better in that regard. So,
I like to hear that.
Yeah.
I like Will Smith, and I like to hear that people I like do well.
the real underdog story.
Yeah, that's right.
Will Smith.
I think he got paid $30 million to do this movie.
Oh, my God.
But no, that's cool. I also saw a movie this weekend, but now we've run out of time, so I can't talk about it.
Okay, cool.
Okay, great. Godzilla, King of the Monsters was awesome. Will Smith, not in it.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast where we cut out all the great music and you're left with the rest.
I wanted to mention this, and I didn't mention it the other night or the yesterday, but I wanted to mention it today because it is now been posted by Maureen Tong on Facebook. She posted all the portraits, and this is something that I'm absolutely honored to be a part of. This is so cool. This was the Leaving a Legacy Portrait Project, Falcon Alumni 2, it says, and it was presented on awards night on Monday. I didn't get a chance to make it there, but Gabrielle Washichina did my portrait. She picked me to do a portrait. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful. So everybody was presented with their portrait on Monday, and it's just such a cool idea that Maureen's done, and I was just honored to be selected as part of that. So that's you'll be able to see my portrait up at the main art gallery at Sir John. So I'm very much looking forward to actually going and seeing it.
Couldn't be bothered to show up, huh?
Why you got to do that to me? Why are you doing this to me?
It's like a jerk.
We're like, yeah, Bill and Marty moment here from The Simpsons. It's like, why are you doing this to me? You played the wrong song, didn't you?
Doggone it.
The Monster Mash is kind of a Valentine's song. I mean, the monsters getting together and enjoying each other's company, keeping their evil in check.
That's very cool, though.
Yes, it is very cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, to be amongst some really amazing portraits as well. Mayor Alty is one of them. Tiffany Eilick is another.
I think Leela Gilday's in there, isn't she, too?
Leela had one a couple years ago. The first project.
Right.
Leela Gilday was in there. Nancy McNeil, friend of the show, was in there. Peter Curran, who's been a teacher at Sir John, was one of my teachers in English 30. Didn't pass. Diana Curtis was one of them as well. Like, just a really nice group of people that I was very, very honored to be a part of, and honored, obviously, that Gabby chose me. She's such a sweetheart, and Maureen has been so great, just letting us all know that this was coming up and encouraging us to come out. Unfortunately, we didn't go, but obviously, Maureen just kind of I don't know how else to put it, a beacon of light. She's a wonderful, wonderful teacher and a wonderful person, and she's obviously going through her big journey right now, and doing it with amazing positivity and her hashtag attitude of gratitude, which is very cool.
So for the kids out there,
how
does one become an alumni such as yourself, held in that kind of esteem?
You graduate from the high school.
Oh, that's what you do.
That's all alumni means. It just means I went to that high school at one point, and I graduated 20 years ago this year.
Wow!
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's disgusting.
Congratulations.
I don't think you need
20 years ago.
20 years. Well done. Way to last 20 years past high school. Here I am still talking about it. No, a wonderful project. Thank you so much to Maureen for doing that. That's it's great. Thank you to all the kids who did the portraits. Some wonderful stuff. And again, thank you to Gabby. That was very, very sweet. And you can go see them at Sir John.
You should definitely cherish this, because I mean, this isn't something that every high school does. This is kind of a cool project.
And that's the thing. I mean,
very unique.
It's a very unique project, and that's why it's so very, very, very cool.
I don't even think there's a picture of me up anywhere in my high school, let alone a painting.
You haven't really done anything.
And art is strictly prohibited.
In your high school?
Yeah.
We don't do art.
We don't even say the word art.
Oh, well, fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a very dystopian.
It's a dirty word.
Yeah, it's a very dystopian high school you go to.
It encourages sex.
Wow. That's it.
Substance abuse.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Well, if there's anything my portrait's going to do, it's going to encourage people to have sex while on substances. There you go. The Leaving a Legacy Project. Thank you once again to Maureen Tong, and wonderful stuff. You can check it out. I've actually posted about it, so if you're friends with me, you can check it out on there, all the pictures of all the portraits, and I'm going to definitely go check that out very, very soon and try to get a picture with Gabby and Maureen in front of it as well. So, and if at some point we can get that thing, put it up.
Steal it.
Put it up here in the studio.
Yeah.
I will steal it.
Scenes from the cabin.
Buzz. Hey, Buzz, are you okay?
Gone! It's all gone. All of it's gone. Bye-bye. Woohoo, see ya.
What happened to you?
1 minute you're defending the whole galaxy, and suddenly you find yourself sucking down Darjeeling with Marie Antoinette and her little sister.
I think you've had enough tea for today. Let's get you out of here, Buzz.
Don't you get it? You see the hat? I am Mrs. Nesbit.
Snap out of it, Buzz.
I am sorry. You're right. I am just a little depressed. That's all. I can get through this. Oh, I'm a sham.
Quiet, Buzz.
Look at me. I can't even fly out of a window.
Scenes from the cabin.
Know the movie? Submit your guest to mailbox@cabinradio.ca or send us a message on Facebook for your chance to win gift certificates to some awesome Yellowknife restaurants, including Zehabesha, Main Street Pizza, the Woodyard Eatery, Copper House Restaurant, and Javaroma. Listen to Cabin Radio every weekday to win, or download the Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
Is it Wednesday?
Tis.
Ugh, I thought it was Thursday for a second.
Tisn't.
Tisn't. Tisn't it?
Tis not.
If it were, 'twould be terrific. So Game 3, NBA Finals tonight. I know you're into it. You even went to the Elks last Thursday to have dinner, and you watched the game. A little bit of it.
Yeah, I mean, we went there for steak, but
dinner.
The game was on too.
Yeah.
Gave it a watch.
I mean, people are excited. Like,
absolutely.
And this is the first game back in Golden State. Raptors kind of let one slip in Game 2.
Yeah,
they had that game.
Yeah,
like I don't watch a ton of basketball, but I know ball.
Yeah,
and
I heard from other people that they let it.
They absolutely did. Golden State had an incredible run in the third quarter. They went an 18-0 run, went up by as many as 12 points.
Yeah.
But the Raptors in the fourth quarter smothered them with their defense, and then just couldn't convert when they came back. They had their looks, they had their shots, they could not convert. Had they converted half the chances they missed, they would have won the game. Yeah, like that's how bad it was.
You know, pretty, and we talked about this on Cabin Sports Radio on Monday. Pretty good situation though overall. Yeah. Considering, you know, it would have been understandable if you came into Game 3 and the series was tied 1-1, and the narrative was the Raptors escaped with a victory in Game 1, and Golden State woke up in Game 2. But that is very much not the narrative. It's not what's going on. The Raptors deserved to win Game 1, and they did. And they arguably deserved to win Game 2, but let it slip away. That's right. You know, they're in a really good situation right now. Great. Maybe not. I don't know what Kevin Durant's status is.
He is out for Game 3.
He is out for Game 3.
Out for Game 3. Klay Thompson looking to play, but questionable. He's got a calf injury. But this is the narrative that's already starting to come down. Is that the day after the game, all these articles were like, the Warriors showed why they're champions, blah blah blah. Yeah. And then kind of as it progressed through the day, as sports journalism does, the narrative starts to shift a little bit to like the Raptors let one slip away. Yeah. The Raptors had them and let it slip away.
It's a bit of both, really.
And it is a bit of both. I mean, because the Warriors are, when they're rolling, they're incredible to watch. Yeah. They are so good.
Well, they showed their depth. They're arguably the best player in the world, you know, out with an injury. Yeah. Steph Curry was not feeling very good for Game 2. And then they lost two of their other starters over the course of the game, and they still found a way to score 109 points.
Yeah.
Like,
but I mean, depth. They have an incredible depth. But so do the Raptors. Like they're 1-2 in offense, and then they're 1-2 in defense as well. So I mean, like these are the two best teams in the NBA. Yeah. Right, and that's where the final should be. Yeah, Golden State in their 5th straight finals. I mean, they got to be tired. Yeah, they got to be a little bit tired.
Absolutely.
So, as the days progressed, that narrative started to shift into it. So far, it's shifted so far that some U.S. Analysts, including Colin Cowherd, who I don't really like anymore,
you've had a real fall from grace.
I really liked him on a couple of things, and now it's just like every day I'm just like, oh, shut up, shut up, Colin Cowherd.
You're not part of the herd anymore.
That's right. I'm not
broken away.
No, that's right. I'm broken. I'm a solo person now. But he started making making not the excuse, but like articles started to come out, including his, but were like, well, they're all banged up. Yeah. So they're the underdog. So they're trying to paint the Golden State Warriors the three-time or the two-time defending champions as the underdog.
Yeah,
which is stupid. They're not, and I mean they're facing a team that's very good. That's what they're doing, and the Raptors are playing very well. They didn't play very well in the second half of that last game, but they'll definitely come back strong. So as the narrative kind of shifts, you got to get those excuses in early, which is like, well, they're all banged up, a lot of injuries, you know, Kevin Durant's out and blah, blah, blah. And like, just in case the Raptors do win, maybe steal a couple in Golden State. I mean, that's kind of where we're at right now.
But that's the thing about, you know, pro sports, whether it's the Stanley Cup finals or the NBA finals, when you get to this point, nobody's 100% healthy.
That's right.
Everybody's got injuries, whether or not they're able to play through them or they're not. Everybody is dealing with a lineup that is a bit banged up.
The
Raptors are no different.
Absolutely.
Like Kawhi Leonard is, he showed that he's starting to wear down finally.
Well, because this will be their 106th, 107th game of the year.
Yeah.
Like that's insane.
Yeah.
And Golden State is working on, like, they play 82 games a season. They've went to the finals each of the last 5 years, so they're working on, like, you know, probably over 600 games in the last 5 years.
Yeah,
which is nuts.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you know, the narrative will go the way it goes, but regardless, I mean, if the Raptors happen to take control of this series and maybe eventually win it and become NBA champions, there's certainly no devaluing of their accomplishment because of the health of the Golden State Warriors. That is notwithstanding. They still have to beat them.
And that's the thing. For that narrative, I never appreciate that narrative because it's just like, well, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Like, if you're injured and you can't get over those injuries and you lose, then that's it. You just lost.
Yeah.
You didn't lose because you were injured.
No.
Being injured is a part of the game.
Absolutely.
And playing through the injuries in that deep in the playoffs is absolutely part of it.
Yeah.
So if you can't, if that prevented you from winning, you just lost.
Yeah.
That's all. There's no shame in that. But I never liked the, like, well, they were all banged up, so that's you got like half the team. It's like that, and that's the way it went.
Yeah, that's,
you know what I mean.
That's
So
exactly.
it absolutely doesn't devalue another team's accomplishment.
Not at all,
for sure. So Game 3 tonight. Watch where you can. Last game, Game 2 in Toronto, was the most watched basketball game in the history of the country. Wow. At 4.3 million people tuned in to that game.
Unbelievable.
So that is it's up there with, I mean, that's up there with hockey right there.
Gary Bettman's like, what am I doing with this league?
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
Well, it looks like we're going to have the first day that we can actually use that BK patio. That's right. They put a patio out in front of the BK.
Is it done already?
I think so. Well, I mean, the walkway's done. So they installed the walkway, right? Because they put the tables on the sidewalk, so you need a place to walk around. So very much like what they've done at Birchwood is that they have a little walk around, right? Which takes up valuable parking space, but that's fine. So it looks pretty good. They got some tables out there, some newly created octagonal,
8-sided
stop sign shaped tables. They got a few of them. Here's the weird thing. So I won yesterday the $25 gift certificate.
Did you?
I did.
Congratulations.
For sharing their specials every month. You can share the specials on their page, and you could possibly win that $25 gift certificate.
Awesome.
I paid for part of my dinner.
Nice.
So I went for a couple of pops.
Yeah.
And some chicken fingers yesterday.
Chicken fingers.
With friend of the show, Nancy McNeil. We had a good chat and a good hangs at the BK, as we always do.
Chicken fingers?
Yeah.
What are you, 12?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Their chicken fingers are... Dude, I don't say this very often. Their chicken fingers are dope. Like dope. Straight up, man. Like, they've got some really tasty chicken fingers. They're really good.
Okay.
And they always come out piping hot.
Oh, that's
and
good.
I love me that plum sauce.
I
am 12.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't like new flavors.
You're fussy 12-year-old. Yeah, just get him some chicken fingers and fries.
Chicken fingers and and ketchup.
Baby carrots.
Baby carrots. Hey, I love baby carrots. You know, the baby carrots are just regular carrots. They're just like they were too ugly to sell, so they just shaped them into baby carrots.
Just underdeveloped.
They're not really anything. No, they're just ugly. So like it started as a farm. We're going way off track, but it started as a farmer like couldn't sell his ugly produce, which is now something that's starting to happen. Is that like grocery stores are starting to like just put it like whatever it is.
Yeah,
like you buy it. Like you don't have to have the most attractive fruit or carrots, which is a microcosm for the human experience.
When I think of the
attractive carrots,
when I think of the production of baby carrots,
to
make a Simpsons reference for you, my brain just works this way. I can't help but imagine an analogy with you remember the episode when Homer gets a job at the bowling alley?
Yes.
And he's looking at the back inner workings of the bowling alley and how pins are made.
Yes.
And there's a whole tree that gets
just one
drilled down to one pin. That's how I imagine baby carrots are produced.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Look at that. You shine your head in the shino, Baldo. No, sir. All right, then.
Whole bag of baby carrots.
That is actually how baby carrots are made.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
A whole field of carrots whittled down into one bag of baby carrots. Beautiful. Yeah. I mean, they're just so much more attractive to put in your mouth. So the BK patio, I mean, I hope they're opening tonight. I think that's probably the idea.
That's the plan, eh?
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
I mean, the tables are out there.
Finally.
Here was a curious thing, though.
Oh?
So some people were asking yesterday as they posted, it's like, I wonder if you'll be able to allow, like, families because it's outside the bar. The answer is no, because the liquor license extends outside the bar, obviously.
Yes.
It doesn't increase their capacity either, so, like, at all. So,
really?
If there's people sitting outside, they still need room for them inside.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, just in case it starts raining or something. Yeah,
exactly right.
Okay.
It seems silly, but yes, of course, if it starts raining or something, it makes sense.
Yeah.
The curious thing is that they have these round tables, these round picnic tables, or octagonal little.
Right.
And then on the very end, there were 2 child picnic tables. Like 2 children's picnic tables. So I was like, that's odd. They're not like they're. So I wonder if those are just for like people to like sit on the very top of them for smoking. I don't know. Because like 2 adult people could not sit at these. I mean, small adult people could sit at these things. Like regular size adults.
Those are ironically for the people who have had too much to drink.
That's right.
And you need to just
go sit on that
at the child's picnic table.
Just lay down and shut up.
Have a timeout.
But everybody kind of going the way of the patio.
Yeah, Thornton's has got their patio going.
Got their patio out. Birchwood's got their patio out. And now Black Knight. Everybody following suit. Mm-hmm. It's a good idea. And I mean, like, it's not the most attractive street to sit on, but at the end of the road, at the end of the street, it usually opens up into some very, very lovely skies later in the evening.
Yes.
So there you go.
Yeah.
I think
looking forward to it.
I am also looking forward to it. Now that I've used up my gift certificate. Jeez. All right, well, go check that out tonight. Hopefully they open it up tonight. I'm not sure. I might be getting screamed at right now, but it seems like the perfect day for it. It's +5.
Maybe go ask.
Nah.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca and by following the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page.